Star Wars The Rise of Skywalker is said to have many different revelations that will lead to saga-wide implications in this story by writer and director J.J. Abrams and Chris Terrio. This is Mike Zero. Make sure to subscribe if you're new to the channel for future Star Wars content. Now, what's really intriguing about Episode 9 is that, yes, just 2 days ago, we got the official teaser trailer number 2 for this movie, all thanks to, of course, Disney, Lucasfilm, JJ, and crew for unveiling this, not just at D23 privately to the attendees, but also on Good Morning America just 2 days ago, where we got to see, Kylo Ren, Rey hearing Palpatine for the very first time through use of dialogue, and a whole lot more, even Dark Rey. And on top of all of this, we do know that Episode 9 is going to be taking many different risks in this film, while also adding in many different pieces of nostalgia. Now, what's really intriguing about Episode 9, one thing that a lot of fans are wondering about is, of course, well, how long is this movie going to be? A lot of fans have been hoping it out that it will be treated in a similar sense to Avengers Endgame, where it will stand around 3 hours and change. Well, there are a lot of hints and or indicators out there that actually point to the fact of Episode 9 standing around 3 hours long, if not a little bit more than that. Now, it's described that over at D23, fans who attended got to learn a lot more about the film by director J.J. Abrams, Kathleen Kennedy, Disney, and Lucasfilm. It's explained that the current cut of The Rise of Skywalker stands around 3 hours and 45 minutes, consisting of footage shot from August 1st, 2018, and many of the reshoots that took place throughout 2019. It's explained that also John Williams so far recorded 135 minutes worth of music for the film, which equals to 2 hours and 25 minutes, and that he has 80 minutes worth of more music to record. These are huge indicators of the film standing around 3 hours or even above the 3 hour mark, and lines up with Kelly Marie Tran stating that this movie is very, very long. However, take note that Rian Johnson also said that the original cut of The Last Jedi was 3 hours and 20 minutes. And that's a very good point I want to actually just bring out to you guys right now, is that you guys may or may not know, but the original cut of The Last Jedi was 3 hours and 20-some minutes. Of course, that was before, they took out many of the deleted scenes and all of the other shots and sequences that were incomplete. So, with that being said, the fact that John Williams already recorded 135 minutes worth of music, some of which we actually got to hear in The Rise of Skywalker teaser trailer number 2 in the very beginning and at the very end. So the fact that he has a lot more to record is yet another big indicator about this movie being over or just at the 3 hour mark. And not just that, the fact that, of course, the current cut of the movie stands around 3 hours and 45 minutes is another big hint out there. Now, of course, that most likely will be reduced significantly, just like what they did with, of course, Star Wars The Last Jedi. Originally, it was 3 hours and 20-some minutes. They took out a lot of scenes. They reduced this, the screen time of the movie, and, the running time just decreased down to, 2 hours and 18 minutes, if I'm not mistaken. Might have been more. But with that being said, we do know that this movie is going to be a film that will answer many of the burning questions from The Force Awakens, and so you can only imagine what they have to throw in here. Now, we do know that this movie is going to have a lot of flashbacks involving Luke Skywalker and everything, related to Rey's parentage, the character of Rey herself, and of course, visions and stuff around those lines. So, a 3 hour Star Wars movie, in my opinion, is necessary. And I'm going to say that because this movie really is the end of the Skywalker saga. It's actually meant to be very special for the fans, and of course is meant to be the culmination of the Skywalker saga. So it would only make sense for them to approach this movie kind of similar to how they approached, the end of Marvel, Phase 3, with of course Star Wars, Avengers, Endgame. So with that being said, Episode 9 does have a lot of potential here to mark itself down as the best film of the sequel trilogy. If it does indeed end up being 3 hours long in length, I think a lot of fans will either love it or hate it. Some people didn't like the fact that Endgame was 3 hours and change. I will say that it was a pretty long movie at times. For Avengers, in my opinion, there were times where I said, alright, it could be a little shorter here and there. But as long as you have great writing, and as long as you have great scenes, and it flows very well, and it's very, I guess you could say fast-paced, where it doesn't drag in the middle or the beginning, I think then and only then, a 3-hour Star Wars movie really is going to work. It has to have great structure to the writing of the movie. The scenes have to be properly placed into the film, the character development, and everything else aligned with this movie has to make sense when it's actually connected to the prequels and the originals in such a unique way by JJ, George Lucas, and Chris Terrio. So, like I said, guys, this movie is very important, not just to Disney and Lucasfilm, but us to, of course, the Star Wars community. Anyways, guys, drop a comment below. Let me know what you think about all of this in the comments. And if you guys did enjoy the content for today, do make sure to drop a thumbs up on this video to support the channel. I thank you all so very much for the kind support, and I'll catch you guys next time.